Macedonia is dotted with beautiful Orthodox churches, monasteries, and Ottoman mosques. The territory of the North Macedonia has a proud history. Being under the Ottomans for 500 years caused legendary revolutionaries, such as Dame Groove, Boris Sarafov, Nikola Karev, etc., to lead uprisings in 1903 in the then region of Macedonia. North Macedonia has been part of many countries, but until its incorporation into Yugoslavia by Tito in 1945, was never acknowledged as an administrative state. North Macedonia prospered under Tito's rule, especially when the capital Skopje was rebuilt. After a severe earthquake in 1963, and the Yugoslav government invested heavily in the subsequent infrastructure rebuilding. This may explain why many Macedonians are somewhat nostalgic for Tito's Yugoslavia. International recognition of Macedonia's independence from Yugoslavia in 1991 was delayed by Greece's objection to the new state's use of what Greece considered a Hellenic name and symbols. Greece finally lifted its trade blockade in 1995, and the two countries agreed to normalize relations. Despite continued disagreement over the use of Macedonia in the name. Macedonia is the agreed-upon official name. Within the country, everyone just says Macedonia. And as a visitor, you should too. Macedonia's large Albanian minority, about 15%, an ethnic Albanian armed insurgency in Macedonia in 2001, and the status of neighboring Kosovo continue to be sources of ethnic tension. There were also tensions during the last parliamentary elections on the 2nd of June 2008, although they happened between supporters of the two biggest rival Albanian political parties. North Macedonia is covered by mountainous territory marked by deep basins and valleys filled with fruity goodness. There are 3 large lakes: Ohrid Lake, Prespa Lake, and Dodrin Lake, each divided by a frontier line, and the country bisected by the Vardar River. Macedonia is blessed with outstanding natural beauty. Do not miss a trip to one of the large lakes, Pelister Mountains, Charplanina in the west, and the fascinating rolling hills and mountains of east with its rice fields. Macedonia is a former Yugoslav republic, gained independence in 1991. Macedonia is a country with many ethnic minorities. Macedonians are descendants of the Slavic tribes that invaded the Balkan Peninsula before the Macedonian Peninsula in the 5th, 6th, and 7th centuries CE. Settling in the Danube River basin and in the region of Macedonia, encountering the Byzantine population who lived in the region. There is still some ethnic tension between Albanians, who form the majority in the northwest, and Macedonians, so this is a subject best avoided. It almost came to civil war in 2001. Nestled in the heart of the Balkans, Macedonia whispers tales of a rich history, vibrant culture, and breathtaking landscape. Its name itself, a whisper of the mighty Alexander the Great's empire, ignites the imagination. But Macedonia is far more than just a historical echo. It's a land where ancient ruins stand sentinel beside bustling cities, where snow-capped mountains cradle serene lakes, and where the warmth of its people rivals the sunshine. Tapestry, woven with time. Macedonia's story is a fascinating tapestry woven with threads of ancient empires, Byzantine rule, and Ottoman influence. Walk through the majestic gates, Heraclea Lyncestis, a city founded by Alexander the Great himself, and feel the weight of history beneath you. Explore the Roman ruins of Stobi, once a bustling trade center, and imagine the echoes of chariots racing through the dusty streets. Marvel at the intricate mosaics of Ohrid, the UNESCO World Heritage Site, remnants of a glorious Byzantine past. Leaders who shaped a nation, from the legendary King Philip II, who laid the groundwork for Alexander's empire, to the revolutionary leader Gotza Delchev, who fought for Macedonian independence. Macedonia's past is filled with figures who shaped its destiny. Today, the country is a vibrant democracy, its currency, the Macedonian dinar, a symbol of its economic independence. A land of enchanting beauty. Macedonia's natural beauty is as captivating as its history. Hike through the majestic Mavrovo National Park, a haven for nature lovers with its soaring peaks, pristine lakes, and cascading waterfall. Cruise the crystal-clear waters of Lake Ohrid, one of Europe's deepest and oldest lakes. Marvel at the charming lakeside town of Ohrid, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Explore the Matka Canyon, a haven for rock climbers and hikers, and discover the ancient cave monasteries nestled within its cliffs. Culinary adventure awaits. Macedonian cuisine is a delightful blend of Balkan and Mediterranean influence. Savor a steaming bowl of tafça gravça, a hearty bean stew, or indulge in ivar, roasted red pepper spread. Sample the local cheeses, like Serene, and sip on rakia, strong fruit brand. Don't miss the chance to try pleskavica, juicy grilled meat patty, a local favorite. Warm hospitality and rich traditions. Macedonians are renowned for their warm hospitality and welcoming spirit. Immerse yourself in the vibrant culture by attending a folk music where the kaval flute's haunting melodies and the tapan drum's rhythmic beats fill the air. Witness the traditional folk dances, kaleidoscope of color and movement, and feel the infectious energy. While easily accessible from all points abroad, and boasting all the amenities of the Western world, Macedonia remains one of Europe's last undiscovered countries. A natural paradise of mountains, lakes, and rivers, where life moves to a different rhythm, amidst the sprawling grandeur of rich historical ruins and idyllic villages that have remained practically unchanged for centuries. The majority population is ethnic Macedonian and Orthodox, but there is also a significant Albanian Muslim minority. Therefore, one can expect a wonderful mix of architectural and ethnic heritage. Country represents the Balkans in the truest sense, consisting of a fascinating mix of Greek, Albanian, Turkish, and Mediterranean influence. The official currency of North Macedonia is the dinar, symbolized by MKD, placed before the amount with no intervening space. Most cities have ATMs where you can withdraw money with cheap commission rates, although there are also plenty of banks and exchange booths where you can easily change money. There are ATMs at the Skopje and Ohrid airports. Do not change money on the street. Normal business is conducted in dinar, restaurants, taxis, shops, etc. Some shops may accept euro, but it is technically not allowed for them to do so. In some cases, hotel rates, for example, people will state a price in euros, but expect to be paid in dinar. Use a rate of 60 dinar to the euro. The North Macedonia dinar is pegged to the euro at an exchange rate of about 62 dinar to the euro. Other rates in the table below will vary. For example, the American dollar to dinar rate will vary according to the exchange rate between the dollar and the euro. It is doubtful that you will be able to get North Macedonia dinar from a bank or travel agency outside of North Macedonia, or to exchange leftover North Macedonia currency for your local currency. If you are on a tight budget, try one of the Skara grilled places. Quite a few upmarket restaurants are serving better quality food on the Ohrid waterfront, but these cater to tourists, so don't be surprised by a rather sizable bill at the end of your meal. Typical Macedonian food resembles the food of the southern Balkan, meaning loads of grilled meat known as skara. Side dishes usually have to be ordered separately. North Macedonia is also famous for its shopska salata, a mixed salad, cucumbers, tomatoes, and grated serene. Serene is a white cheese similar to feta cheese. Usually Macedonians will translate the English cheese to serene. Another local specialty is ivar, a red paste made from roasted peppers and tomatoes, which is either used as an appetizer or a side dish. Another typical local dish is tarator, which is comparable to the Turkish kachik. It is made of yogurt, cucumbers, and garlic, and it is served as a cold dip. Drinking age in North Macedonia is 18. Rakia is a strong grape or plum brandy that has the best claim to be the Republic's national beverage. There are also many breweries that brew surprisingly good-tasting beer. Macedonians boast the largest winery in the Balkan area, Tikvesh Winery in Kavadarci. Red wines are usually better than white ones. Try Tiga za Jug, Macedonian favorite affordable red wine made from a local grape variety called Vrnek. Local white wines include Tramenek and Temjanica, and one of the most famous wines is Bela Voda. The local beer market appears, in Skopje at least, to be dominated by Skopsko, drinkable, if not entirely distinctive, lager. Being the national tourist attraction, Ohrid is obviously more expensive than any other destination in North Macedonia. Note that hotel prices are very expensive throughout the country and charge double rates to foreigners. It is therefore advisable to stay in private accommodation. If someone does not ask you at the bus station, you can always consult one of the many travel agencies in and around the center. If you do opt for private accommodation, make sure you see the room first and then decide. Payment is normally made in advance and should cost no more than 10 to 15 euro per night per person in peak season and half that during the rest of the year. Note, finding suitable accommodation in July and August is not easy, so try and book through a travel agent in advance. When visiting Lake Ohrid, staying in nearby Struga, as opposed to the more popular Ohrid, is a wise alternative for the price and tourist trap conscious. You may find cheap accommodation in Ohrid by standing near the main square, and there will be common people offering you their apartments for around 10 euro a person for a night. Usually, that person stays in a different room in the flat. You are required to register with the police within 48 hours of arrival in Macedonia. And, as you travel around the country, you are required to update your registration. If you are staying at regular hotels, this is no trouble at all. The hotel will register you and give you the registration receipt, Otvrda, automatically. This is a bit of cardboard with dates of stay, etc. You should keep these. It is possible, although unlikely, that you will be asked to show them at some time. If you are staying at a B&B, Airbnb, etc., your host should register you and give you a potvrda, just like a regular hotel. The host may tell you, "Oh, it's not really necessary." You should politely insist. If you're staying at a private home, your host and you must go over to the local police station to register. There are many backpacker hotels in Skopje, Ohrid, and Bitola. Water is safe to drink, and there are public drinking water fountains in most public places. It is advisable to wash all fruit and vegetables. As with any other country, use caution when eating red meat restaurant. Although Macedonian cuisine typically revolves around grills, skara, there are some restaurants that do not use proper or clean methods of cooking, which if practiced in many Western countries would be seen as a violation of certain health regulations. Bad restaurants can be spotted easily. It will probably not look very appealing and will not have many customers. However, the vast majority of restaurants in North Macedonia serve good quality food. Touchy topics are Macedonian Bulgarian, Macedonian Albanian, and Macedonian Greek relations. Most Macedonians can hold strong political opinions regarding their neighbors, won't shy away from expressing their views in most cases. Politics often finds its way into conversation over a cup of coffee. To keep from upsetting your hosts or newfound friends, avoid topics such as the 2001 war against the NLA, North Macedonia's pending membership into the European Union or NATO, and the name dispute, Greek province of Macedonia. Don't worry about talking about the communist period, about Josip Tito. With the current situation in Kosovo, be very careful in talking about politics, as there is also a significant Albanian minority. Ask as many questions as you'd like, within reason. but don't make any statement. Best to keep in mind that roughly 1 in 4 people you see on the street are likely to be Albanian, with far higher percentages in the West, and tensions are at times high between the Macedonian and Albanian communities. In short, keep your political opinions to yourself. After declaring independence from Yugoslavia in 1991, the country adopted the name of the Socialist Republic of Macedonia, causing tensions with their Greek neighbors, as there is a region of Greece also named Macedonia. Greece effectively vetoed the country from joining NATO until the country changed its name. The governments in Skopje and Athens come to a compromise in 2019, which saw the country adopt the name North Macedonia, paving the way to NATO membership. Despite the name change and a now more cordial relationship, Athens nationalists in the country refuse to acknowledge it. And whilst many locals completely understand and do not expect you to know the ins and outs of the complex political history of their nation, referring to the country as North Macedonia can sometimes cause offense, and at worst, confrontation. When traveling in North Macedonia, it is advisable to drop the North when referring to the country as well as the people. Do not refer to someone as North Macedonian. Just use Macedonian. Dimitar Kovachevsky is a Macedonian politician and economist who served as Prime Minister of North Macedonia from January 2022 to January 2024. A member and currently President of the Social Democratic Union of Macedonia, Kovachevsky previously served as Deputy Finance Minister from 2020 until his appointment as Prime Minister in 2022 after the resignation of Zoran Zaev. Kovachevsky was born in Kumanovo. He is the son of Slobodan Kovachevsky, mayor of Kumanovo from 2000 to 2005 and ambassador of the Republic of Macedonia to Montenegro. After the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries in 2006. He completed high school education in Waterville, Minnesota, United States. In 1998, he graduated at the Faculty of Economics, Cyril and Methodius University of Skopje, and received a master's degree at the same faculty in 2003. In 2008, he completed doctoral studies in economics at the Faculty of Economics, the University of Montenegro. Kovachevsky started his working career in 1998. The Macedonian telecommunications company Makedonski Telekom. From 2005 to 2017, he held a number of managerial positions in the company. From 2017 to 2018, he was the executive director of A1 Macedonia, then known as 1.vip, subsidiary of Telekom Austria Group. Kovachevsky was an assistant professor at 2 private universities in Skopje since 2012, first at the New York University of Skopje, and then at the Faculty of Business Economics and Management at University American College Skopje, where in 2018 he was elected associate professor. In 2018, Kovachevsky co-founded a private company which opened the first domestic factory for the production of photovoltaic modules in North Macedonia. He has been a member of the Social Democratic Union of Macedonia, SDSM, since 1994. After the 2020 parliamentary elections in North Macedonia, Kovachevsky was appointed Deputy Minister of Finance in Zoran Zaev's second government. Parliament elected him to this position on the 23rd of September 2025. Zaev announced his resignation as both Prime Minister and leader of the SDSM after a defeat in the 2021 local election. This caused instability in the fragile ruling majority, which nevertheless survived a push from the opposition led by VMRO-DPMNE for a no-confidence. In the aftermath, Zaev's government strengthened its majority in the parliament by gaining the support of 4 other MPs from Alternativa, which until then was in the opposition. Kovachevsky accompanied Zaev during negotiations with Alternativa, which launched his name as Zaev's most likely successor. After Zaev officially resigned as president, the